Hello, I would like to give you some information today on how to enrich instruction for gifted learners. Gifted learners are students who compress instruction and grasp concepts quicker than their peers. They are able to deal with concepts that are too complex or abstract for their peers. They do not need to watch the teacher to understand what is being said and can process more than one task at a time. They excel in one or more areas of learning. Some are gifted in all areas, and some are gifted in one area and average in others. This is known as asynchronous learning. They are easily bored by the ease of schoolwork and require extensions for learning. They typically have passionate interests, are excitable, and want to share all they know. Gifted learners have specific academic needs. They need teachers who understand the need for differentiated instruction, including extension activities to further their growth and development. They need a plan. Gifted learners should discuss learning goals with the teacher and come up with a plan for what they will work on to extend their learning. They need rigorous instruction that challenges and motivates them. They need to be responsible for their own learning. They need a faster pace with little need for review, as they often have impressive memories and retain knowledge easily. They also need opportunities to make discoveries, solve problems, and explore passionate interests. The socio-emotional needs of gifted learners are to be noticed and appreciated for their advanced abilities so they don't feel lost amongst their peers who seem to get more support and attention. They need to feel the same as their peers, but to know that you recognize them as special and will work with them to find their place in the classroom. They need to collaborate on projects and assignments with other like-minded gifted learners. They need open-ended questions that allow them to be creative. They need to have their special abilities understood and embraced. They will need guidance throughout their education. And they will also need assistance managing relationships and truly understanding their gift. Asynchronous development in students is when students are highly advanced in one area but average in other areas. They will require a well-rounded education nurturing the areas that do not come easily for them. They will need teachers who understand the areas in which they are gifted and the areas in which they are similar to their peers. They need to be aware of their own strengths and needs. They will need an instructional plan created with the teacher to highlight areas that need extension opportunities. And they will need opportunities to challenge themselves in the area in which they are gifted. Some important things to remember. Although the academic intelligence of a child may be high, they are still young children and need to be treated the same age as their peers. They may be very intense and extremely emotional and excitable. Gifted learners are often punished for moving ahead with work without listening to instructions because they do not need to. They may become frustrated with the pace of the class and think that the content is boring because they don't feel challenged. They tend to be very sensitive to other people's feelings, emotions, and expectations, and they often have an advanced sense of justice, empathy, and fairness. Some ideas and strategies to enrich gifted learners in your classroom would be to provide extension activities such as challenge questions. Make sure to provide the student with guidelines on how they should go about completing the extension activities without disrupting other children in the class. They need more difficult questions, not just more practice with the questions that they already found easy. They need faster pace and compacted curriculum as they learn quicker than their peers. They need guidance from a teacher as they create a learning plan for the extension activities. They need practice with flexible grouping. They need to be able to make choices in the classroom regarding their learning, and they need chances to be responsible and self-directed. Creating an independent study agreement between the teacher and the gifted learner would also be beneficial. They should also keep daily logs of the independent work they do, and they should have differentiated work. For example, if they already know the spelling list, it would be redundant to have them take the spelling list again. Instead, have them find 5 of their commonly misspelled words that they misspell often in their writing and use those as spelling words. The main idea is that school is not always the most positive experience for gifted learners. You can help change this by challenging them. Help them find motivation to grow their brains. Teach them to expand their knowledge and use their gifts in positive ways. Accommodate them and believe in them. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned a thing or two about how you can enrich instruction for the gifted learners in your classroom. Have a wonderful day.